Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching The Breakfast Show on Nile TV International. And as we said at the beginning of our edition today, that we're going to talk more about the communication sector and the information technology and the leap that was witnessed by this sector lately. In, as we said also, that there is developing the communication as one of the main pillars of economic growth and digital transformation. In fact, Egypt's digital transformation is driven by the Digital Egypt, which is a strategy that will be applied in 2030. Key areas include e-government, smart infrastructure, financial services, and developing AI, with significant investment to digital skills and legal frameworks to support this rapid tech revolution. And to shed more light on this topic, we are very delighted to have with us here in the studio Dr. Islam Tharwat. He is a professor of communication and information technology. Thank you very much, Dr. Islam, for coming to Nile TV today.
Thanks for hosting. I'm delighted to be with you.
Thank you. Dr. Islam, tell us more about the leap that was witnessed in the sector of the communication and information technology so far.
Well, of course, I'm truly biased for this sector, of course, but actually this sector is leading the economy of Egypt because of many things. First, we need to realize that we have two perspectives for this matter. The first one is to realize the importance of the sector itself and the growth with the sector itself in terms maybe of the number of professionals, the capacity building programs, and the number of companies that's related to the ICT in general. However, it also extends its effect to contribute to other sectors. The ICT sector is closely related to the financial sector, the banking sector, the oil and gas sector, the agriculture sector. So there is a huge maybe contribution to the whole economy. In terms of numbers, we can understand that it's one of the most important and most growing in the GDP of Egypt. It's about 14 to 16% growth rate, and this is one of the most highest achievement in any kind of sectors. In addition to that, it can also contribute to about 6.3 to the global economy of Egypt. So we have reached maybe a lot of milestones and achievements during. It's not only about the past 5 or 10 years. Actually, this sectors started maybe 20 years ago with the terms of e-government with Dr. Ahmed Nazif, while it's term of Prime Minister. So we initiated the digital government with digital. It seems like starting from digitization to digitalization, and during the past 7 or 8 years, we moved to the digital transformation, and we can see the digital transformation journey affects all the sectors and all the services, and we can see that the citizens, of course, realize and actually can see easily how come the procedures and the regular maybe things with any governmental authority or entity in terms of the speed and in terms of releasing maybe less effort to do a lot of tasks. So of course this sectors affects a huge number of other sectors, and itself it could be developed with many efforts with a lot of entities that contribute, because it's not only about the Ministry of Communication, but it also extends to have other entities like the NETRA, ITIDA, and also the collaboration between the entities of the Ministry of Communication and the higher education, and with the faculties and of the computer engineering and computer science. So it affects a lot of different aspects in our life.
Yes. Dr. Islam, we want to talk more about the size of investments that were pumped in the digital infrastructure.
The digital infrastructure of Egypt was, of course, a lot of investment in terms of the governmental investment. We realized that we developed a lot of fiber cables. We can see that the growth in the number of speed of the internet and the number of the terms of the cables itself. So we can see increasing from 13 maybe to 21 global cables in Egypt. In addition to that, there is a lot of investment with the infrastructure, with the mobile communication, with the number of towers, and of course the number of and also extend the spectrum of the communication, extends to the 5G. So a lot of investment in terms of the fixed cables with the centrals and other the telephone lines and something like the fiber cables and etc. And also the wireless communication in terms of the mobile communication. Also we can see a lot of investment in other communication technologies like the microwave, the satellite communication. So a lot of investments, roughly speaking, I think it's billions of dollars, but it seems that it also attracts a lot of investment. The investment is not from the government itself. However, the sector can attract a lot of foreign investment, and it is really important because we can see that a lot of great companies around the globe try to utilize and to use the capabilities and the human capabilities and the huge market of Egypt. So it's very fantastic to realize that this sector may be one of the most leading sectors to attract investment in Egypt during the past 5 or 7 years.
Dr. Islam, could you please tell us more about the National Telecommunication Regulatory Authority in controlling the market and grant fair competitiveness?
Of course, NETRA, the national authority, of course, it's by definition it's regulator. So it's the main job for this entity is to regulate the market, to put the regulations, the framework, the standards, and to allow the companies that would like to provide services for the users to ensure that they are providing them with minimum acceptable quality of service and to attract all the new participants. So of course it also regulates the use of the spectrum of Egypt. So it's like providing license for them to use 4G or 5G, and also try to handle any kind of complaints or any kind of compensation for the users during any services degradation or disruption or something like that. So it also has a very important entity. It's like it's related to the cyber security, so has its vice president for the cyber security affairs, and it's EGCERT for stands for the readiness of the cyber security issues and something. So NETRA is one of the most important entities that's put the regulation, the rules, and to make sure that all the stakeholders are involved during any dialogue or any, of course, providing for developing any change for the laws, any change, and also to play like the judge between any kind of issues between those companies, because sometimes there is some gray area that's need to be resolved, and so the playing of the judge and the playing of the regulatory framework and the standards it's of vital importance to realize.
Dr. Islam, how does the communication sector support the Digital Egypt strategy and the digitalization of the government services?
Of course, it's like the core of the strategy, because it's by definition Digital Egypt is based on a lot of digital services, and this is will not be conducted without strong infrastructure, without building digital capabilities, and also raise the awareness of those services. So it's kind of main pillars for the ICT sector to achieve that. In addition to that, we also need to realize the importance of the emerging technologies. We can see that a lot of interest with some like the AI, of course. However, we can see also importance and focus with other technologies like the quantum computing, like the virtual reality, and also the social media and the big data. So the technology is a real success for developing the capabilities to realize the technology and to deal with that, and also to support the companies, because the companies need to provide services for the customers. And here is how to make a harmony between all the stakeholders, between the government, the industry, the companies, the youth, of course, and the academia. So to achieve these goals, we need to play some harmony and to integrate all the resources between them. So this is a role for the Minister of Communication and Technology. And also we can see that how to achieve that, and the citizens feel about these services. We need also to extend the awareness. We build a lot of portals that can provide a lot of services, but I don't know if a lot of us knows about that. We have many automated services now from different ministries, and a lot of services. It's around maybe more than 200 automated services through Digital Egypt, and there is a portal, and we can use it, and we can also, this is of course not help us just to minimize the cost, but it's
and
also.
what is the percentage, Dr. Islam, of people using these services?
It depends. Maybe the percentage, maybe in Cairo, Alexandria is fine, but we need to extend the awareness of that for the rural area. But there is a big difference actually. It may be related to the culture. Maybe
how can the rural areas benefit from the expansion of the communication grid?
Well, first, it's our responsibility to raise their awareness. It's like, and this is something we can call the maturity of the technology, and it's like the society maturity. Maybe 15 or 20 years ago, a lot of us was afraid to use the ATM machines and prefer maybe to use the cash and to keep the money in the pocket. This is something according to our culture. However, with the continuous success and the continuous improvement and the continuous awareness for the citizens, and to realize that this kind of services allows them to save the effort and to save time and a lot of benefits to them. So the first part is the services are implemented, but we need to raise the awareness for them, then to try to figure how to allow them to use it in an easy way, because sometimes they need some technological skills and they are lacking of them. So we need also to
but
provide.
The young generations can help.
It's digital by nature, so of course.
Dr. Islam, we want to talk about the challenges facing the communication sector regarding cost, cybersecurity, and the quality of services.
The challenges is that let's speak frankly, sometimes we don't own the technology. We don't have our own technology. This is something we are relying on the technology that's developed in other countries. Of course, the US leading the technology from 20 or 30 years. However, we can see some effort from China, but we need to develop our own technology. We need to provide more support for our companies and to provide local resources. I'd like to see an Egyptian vendor for the technology, and this is something we can witness during the past 2 or 3 years. We are seeing a lot of startups, especially in terms of the collaboration or the intersection between the innovation and the technology for supporting the entrepreneurship and providing the startups that's very specialized in terms of many aspects. We have the great minds, we have the great capabilities and resources. We just need to reform and to coordinate between all our resources to support our startups and companies, and I'm pretty sure that we can see during maybe few number of years that a lot of companies that can attract more investment from Africa, from Arab region. So we need to have our own technology, to develop our, especially with the, of course, with the AI era. It's not about using the models that are developed globally now, of course, like any kind of ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and others, but we need to develop our own models that really understand our culture, our constraints, our, so this is something. The challenge is because it needs a lot of investment, it needs a lot of infrastructure, and this kind of like the hardware, the GPUs, we don't have it. We don't invent it, like so it's really important, and sometimes there are a lot of constraints even to get this kind of hardware. The global is not supporting us for being an inventor. They supporting us to being a user and to buy. And this is the challenge, how to bypass this challenge and to be leading vendor and to develop the technology and to invent it, and being.
And how many years do we need to do so?
Not a lot, actually.
Not a lot.
It's maybe just 3 or 5 or 6 years to be that. I imagine that it's like the 6 year between 67 and 73. We just need 6 or 7 years to be the leader, to raise.
We hope so.
We hope so, and we have the opportunity. We have the political intent. We have the support from the government. We have.
We have youth.
We have youth. We have mindset. We have new technology that can allow us to bypass this barrier.
Dr. Islam, tell us more about the Digital Egypt initiative very quickly.
Digital Egypt initiative, of course, is to support all the digital aspects, from developing the capacity and professional, and there is a lot of people that are benefit from the professional training. It's more about, I think, 500,000 during the past years, and also we can extend all the services and to support the integration between the digital transformation that are being developed in a lot of entities. So I truly believe that Digital Egypt will be a great success coming soon in just 2 or 3 years.
Dr. Islam Tharwat, the Professor of Communication and Information Technology, thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a short break and we'll be back.
Queen Nefertiti was the wife of King Akhenaton, who ruled in the 18th dynasty of the New Kingdom. Perhaps the thing that made her famous worldwide is her bust statue. The statuette of the Queen was found in work